What's up guys, this week I'm going to show you the simplest way to square up any board. Take this one for example. It's pretty rough, so I'm going to make it into a usable board today using the minimum amount of tools as possible. So we're going to head over to the bandsaw and get started by cutting off this major piece of bark that's pretty much useless, and that will be where we start off. Alright, so now I have this board pretty much the general size that it's going to be, so that cut through it pretty darn nice. And just a quick comment, when you're working with power tools, I wouldn't recommend wearing gloves, but when I'm that far away from the board, like my hands are all the way back here and the blade's way up there, so that doesn't really matter. It's not going to get caught in. These are pretty form-fitting gloves, but when I get to using other tools, I'm going to take them off because the safety risk that it poses. So like I said, I have most of the board that I want already right here. So what I'm going to do now is I'm going to take this straight edge, which is basically a metal pipe, and I'm going to lay it down. I'm going to clamp it on here. To me, what looks straight, I'm going to take my circular saw, run it against this makeshift fence. That's going to cut a pretty darn straight edge. Then I can take this board over to my table saw and square it up from there. So that's what I'm going to do right now. I'm going to take a few clamps and just clamp this metal pipe on here so I can have a pretty darn straight edge. So I'm at the table saw and I put the straight edge on the side with the fence, and I'm gonna run it through once, and then I'm gonna flip it over and run it through again, and I will just cut off the ends, and it should be pretty much all set. Basically, I'm just squaring up the edges right now. I blew a fuse. Not today. Not today. Alright, take two. Alright, so now what I'm going to do is take the side that I cut, and I'm going to flip it over so that the even smoother side is right here. And from here, what I'm going to do is push it on here, then just shave off about a 1/4 inch on this side. Alright, so check this out guys. This board is looking pretty darn square, I would have to say. And basically what I'm going to do now is I want you to look right here. See, there's like no gaps between the table surface and the piece of wood. So that came out really good. What I'm going to do next is square off the ends. And if you guys want to, from here what you would do is take your planer and shave it down to the right thickness. But I have to say, I'm not sure what I'm going to do with this board yet, so I don't want to waste any wood right now. So I'm just going to keep the tops plain. So I'm going to cut off the ends and square them up, because I don't really want to waste any wood if I need it a certain thickness. I don't want to waste any of that good wood. So guys, I gotta say that this board came out a lot better than I thought it would. Next thing would be to plane it down to thickness and start cutting out your pieces that you actually need to build whatever project it is. So like I said, I'm not gonna do the planing today because I don't wanna waste any amount of wood that I don't have to, because I'm not sure what I'm gonna be doing with these yet, and it's pretty easy to give it a swipe through the planer. So we'll save that for another day when I actually do a project. But now all there's left to do is check to see how well this method actually worked. So as you can see, the grain is going in pretty much the same direction as the board is cut. So that came out nice. Now if we head over to this corner here, what I'm gonna show you is I'm gonna take the square, line it up on one side, and as you can see, that is a pretty square board. So yeah, this method did work out pretty good. Worked out a lot better than I thought it would, and now I just got a lot more wood to do this to, and soon I'll be building some pretty nice projects out of this walnut. But I do think that this turned out really nice, and I hope you guys can use this method when you're squaring up your wood or something like that. And this kind of proves that you don't need a jointer. A lot of people say, oh yeah, you gotta have a jointer and stuff, but no, this worked out perfect. And basically just plane it to thickness and start cutting on your parts. So I hope you guys found this helpful. If you did, give it a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe so you never miss another woodworking video every Tuesday. I will see you guys next week, and have a great